Hello and welcome to Narrowboat Life Unlocked. This week our narrowboat's getting a makeover. But before we start, just in case you're new to the channel, let me introduce ourselves. We're Paul and Anthony and we live on a narrowboat, and this is our old boy Dexter. We've tried to go green by converting to an electric narrowboat. Anthony still works part-time and I create art and videos that follow our journey. It can be a real challenge at times, but every day is an adventure and we've met some amazing people along the way. Why not follow us on our journey? We're having some work done to the boat. Not the boat so much, but our covers. So our Pram and Cratch Covers. There was nothing wrong with the manufacturer or the quality of the last covers. It's just that we weren't given a choice because our boat was put in for the Crick Boat Show 2023. So we didn't have a great deal of choice. We were persuaded to go for a light colour, and really as liveaboards, the light colour doesn't work for us. It's been cleaned twice, but it already looks really old. It's also fastened by zips and we prefer the turnbuckles that we had on our old covers. So we contacted Amtrim, and David and the team we know really well because we've had their covers before and we know they're excellent quality. They're down here at the moment measuring the boat to put the new covers on. They've been here for a very long time. Can't believe how much work's involved. Come and look at this. This is James and Tom from Amtrim. They're here to measure the old frames to make our new covers that will be ready in about 2 months' time.
Yes,
They apply this double-sided tape to the old framework, and then they roll out this fabric that's used as a template to go back to the warehouse and get the covers made. We're really surprised how much work was involved in making these templates. The covers had to be really tight, almost as tight as a drum. Amtrim don't just make boat covers, they also make canopies and marine upholstery. They're based in the northwest of England with branches in Liverpool and Preston.
What I'm tempted to do is just bring that back and get a bit more of an angle on this frame so it'll pull back easily.
And it's the same process repeated for the Pram cover. Once the actual frame is nice and taut, the fabric's placed over the top, which is used as a template. And they also mark out where the new rivets and the webbing bridges will go. You're probably wondering why we're getting new covers made for a boat that's just over a year old. Well, the other covers were made from canvas. They were very heavy, and also the side panels were zipped onto the roof. We found it really difficult to line up the zips, especially if you had cold hands at the end of a cruising day, and also if the sun was in your eyes, and we just preferred the turnbuckles. They were much easier and we could actually do these in the dark.
There it is. Fish food.
They fit these new webbing bridges and also lots of new rivets to the boat to make sure that the new covers will be nice and taut. Some boaters have criticised Pram and Cratch Covers, saying that they're really unsightly, and I know they're not the most attractive thing in the world, but as a liverboard boater you definitely need some kind of cover. We've got a dog, it's somewhere to get the dog dry, it's somewhere to get our muddy boots off, to dry our clothes in winter. I think as a liverboard this space is invaluable.
I'm going to smart that on the inside. The angle, it's more the angle. I just think it's fun. It's not the same. Just one boat, we know it's small. You work for building something, oh yeah. And you're just dropping him off. Yeah.
While James and Tom were making the templates for our new covers, I chatted to David about the pros and cons of the different fabrics used for covers. The great thing about this new fabric is much lighter than canvas, and canvas is prone to stretch and shrink. They've also thought of a redesign for the plastic windows on the covers, which will make them smaller, and again this will cause less shrinkage. To be fair to the manufacturer of our last covers, this is a big space to cover. This stern is 9 feet long and it's very high.
I've got the reference.
We'd like to say a big thank you to James and Tom and David at Amtrim and the rest of the staff that we've not actually met but we have spoken to. They're a very professional team and they're very friendly. Well, James and Tom had spent a good few hours measuring up at the boat and making the templates. They tidied up and then they went back to the workshop to make our new covers, and they said they'd be back with us in about 8 weeks. Fast forward several weeks and we've made it from Hay Country Park all the way up to Fulridge on the Leeds Liverpool Canal, and this is one of our favourite locations. We sit and wait for our new covers to arrive. And 2 months after the first visit, Amtrim are here to install our brand new covers. Our pram frame was adjusted slightly in size for the new covers, so we couldn't use the old ones anymore, but we did donate them to a friend. And those new rivets were installed on the boat to accommodate the new covers. Our pram frame used to stick out past the rudder, and you may remember that we damaged it a few weeks ago in a lock at the Johnson Hillock flight. We tried to fix it, it was expensive to replace.
It's not a proper hammer, it's a proper mount.
To stop this from happening again, Amtrim installed 2 little legs.
Right, so I imagine all the same. Yeah. Steel rivets, isn't it?
David had to make some slight adjustments to this new bar for our pram frame. Well, these are our old covers and these are the new ones. And it's not just the colour that's different. You've done a fantastic job for us today. Can you explain, we love your covers, but can you explain a bit about the covers, the new covers that we've got?
Thank you. Well, from what you've said to me, I think you love our covers for a few features that we add in as kind of standard, really. Namely, centre zip for ease of folding backwards and forwards, although in your case on this boat, it's actually a bit too big to do that easily. But that is a standard feature. You like the turn buttons and instead of the zips, again, a standard thing. I think the biggest difference is probably the materials we use and the construction of the canopy to an extent. We use a fabric called Weathermax. It's a polyester, tightly woven polyester fabric. Very breathable. The best feature of it really is its inherent strength, durability, and the fact it doesn't shrink or stretch over its lifetime, so it remains the same shape and a perfect fit. Instead of some of the canvas ones, you'll see a bit tight or some are a bit baggy and saggy depending on the weather. So that's the biggest thing for us. It looks good for its lifetime.
We have noticed as well, it's very waterproof, isn't it?
It's technically, on paper, it's the least waterproof of a fabric because of its added breathability. So it will allow up to about 1/2 metre of water on top before penetration.
Wow.
The canvas will allow more, up to about 1 metre. But if you've got that much water on top of you, it's probably the least of your worries, to be honest.
Good point. What would you recommend, like looking after it? Would you recommend that you clean it once a year or more often than that? And what would you use?
Being a, not delicate, but a fabric as opposed to an industrial PVC type thing, it's a good idea to keep general dirt off it, bird droppings, anything like that. Spot clean it as soon as you spot it. Time to time, if you have to do any kind of heavy cleaning on a certain spot, you might need to just reapply a bit of waterproofing. It's a simple spray on job. And I would also recommend annually a good old clean, just mild soapy water, a good rinse, a bit of a scrub on any of the bits that have got mildew or green on it, and then a thorough waterproofing just to bring it back to its original finish again.
And we've chosen this charcoal grey with a black piping. I guess you can do any colour that the customer requires for a bit of colour.
Within the range of the fabrics, yeah, the Weathermax range has limited colours, but nice, I think quite tasteful colours, the textured greys, a lot of kind of neutral colours, as well as the usual blues and blacks and that kind of thing. The canvas range has a bit more to it because I think it's more widely sold and more widely used.
Excellent. Well, we're really pleased. We think the boat looks brand new and we think it looks really smart because it really matches the roof and the paint on the boat. We're just over the moon with it. So thank you very much.
I'd agree on the colour. I think it does set the boat off nicely, as you can see. You can stand there like a sore thumb.
No. We love our new covers from Amtrim and we can definitely recommend them as a company. The centre zip and the lightweight material make it easier to fold the covers back. We love the turnbuckles, it's much easier to take the side covers off and put them back. We love these weather guards for the hatch to stop the rain from getting in. And the flaps on the bottom of the doors. It's all the little touches that Amtrim have really thought about, including this vent that's cut out so the water can run off the roof. Well, we hope you love the new covers as much as we do. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, it is completely free. Please keep your comments coming and we'll see you next week.